Um, if I'm feeling vigorous, then I'll go ahead and stand up. But if I'm feeling a little low or tired, I might do a little more seated. Or if your back hurts or you're a little worried about your balance, then I was telling somebody else, if you are concerned about your balance, maybe you want to be seated, or maybe you want to stand up but have something here so you can do the movement but have some backup for yourself. So the most important thing is that you take care of yourself and just modify things as needed for balance, for if you have aches and pains, just take care of those. With Qigong, we want to feel better than when we started. And so nothing should ever cause a big increase in pain. Sometimes you might notice some, hi Mark, you might notice some sensation if we're moving our spine. You might kind of tune into that and go, oh, I'm a little stiff there. But generally motions can bring circulation to areas and will help you feel better. If we're ever doing this movement and it's like, oh, it really hurts, then do a smaller movement or just stay in the same position and do some breathing, or do another movement to kind of work through things. So that is my general introduction. So let us go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start seated. If you ever want to do this part standing up, if you've been sitting a lot during the day and you want to stand up, you're welcome to. But I like to start just with a body scan of our mind, scan of our emotions, just kind of to answer that question, how am I, right? And then we do some Qigong and do some movement, and then we check back in and just notice what we notice. How did the Qigong affect you? Hopefully the answer, hi Michael, the answer is positive. And then we do a little more Qigong, and then we check in again, and what's shifted, what stayed the same. And it's just kind of information. So first thing I'm going to ask you to do before we do the check-in is just move your body in any way that it kind of wants to move. I've been sitting for an hour and a half in a very comfortable chair, so I'm not uncomfortable, but just kind of, shake the meeting off, shake the day off. Oh, I like that, Irini. Shake, 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 shake. That's what our animals do, right? That's what they teach us. Yeah, that's fun. So I was sharing before, somebody, Irini, asked me, how are you? And I said, oh, I did not sleep well last night. I did not adjust to the time change. So I'm very much looking forward to today's class, because Qigong always helps just my nervous system kind of get more in alignment. So seated in a position, if it's available to you, with both your feet on the floor, your hands can just be anywhere, and just kind of tuning into your body now. And you can soften your eyes or close your eyes if that's comfortable, and just noticing what you notice. Top of your head, your forehead and face. And if you encounter an area of tension, see if you can just soften it a bit, softening your forehead, softening your jaw, softening your neck and your shoulders, bringing your attention down your arms to your elbows, to your wrists, to your hands. Pay special attention to your hands. Are they hot? Are they cold? Do they feel the same? Is one side different than the other side? Now coming back to your midline, take a long, slow, deep inhale. Notice your breath. Is it easy? Does it catch somewhere? And now going to the back side, in between your shoulder blades. Again, long, slow, deep inhale, full exhale, and just noticing where it flows, where it's a little less fluid. Continuing down your spine, your rib cage, lower back, all the way to your sacrum, and now wrapping around to your abdomen. See if with your next breath you can soften any tension in your abdomen. Feeling the weight of your body on your chair, legs, knees, calves, shins, ankles, and feet. Feel the bottom of your foot making connection with the earth. And now bringing your attention to the quality of your thoughts. Are they going round and round? Are they calm like a lake? Or stormy like the seas? We're just noticing what we notice, and we'll check back in a little bit. And now coming to your emotional body. Is there anything present today? What's on the emotional landscape? Fear, joy, lack of joy, feeling flat, anger, irritation. It's all welcome. We're just noticing. And now putting that all together, body, mind, emotions, breath, kind of snapshotting it. And we will check back in a little bit. So bringing your attention back to the room, wiggle your toes a little bit, butterfly your knees, do some shoulder rolls. Let's start out with some breathing. Breathing, if you're ever feeling tired or fatigued, taking some deep breaths invites more oxygen in. So let's do some movement with it. So hands are going to be face up here, and we're going to inhale up, and then when our hands get to our lungs, they're going to turn over, and then we're going to push up and look up, and then exhaling down. And again, when they get to the area of our lungs, hands face and then come down. So that's the basic movement. So inhaling up, pushing up, looking up. I'm arching my back a little bit, and then exhaling down. And let's add a sound in. Healing sounds really help kind of release any stress or tension. So we inhale through the nose as deep as you can, and then we're going to exhale and just back and forth. And one more time. Great. All right, now we're going to bring our hands up, but actually bring both hands up, and then you're going to mirror me. Left hand's going to come down and right hand's going to come up. So bring them up, and now bring your left hand down, and then we're going to lean to the side. And then inhale to the middle, hands are here, and then we're going to lean to the side and come to the middle. So now we're going to do another healing sound, which is shh, like you're shushing somebody at the library. So left hand down, right hand up, and when you lean, shh. inhale through the nose, switch the hands. One more to each side. And back to the center. Okay, last one we're going to do. So first one we did was this, kind of opening up the front of the body, arching the back a little bit. Next one was side to side, opening the bodies. Now we're going to do a twist, and that's kind of like wringing out if you're like wringing out a washcloth or dish towel or something like that. So we're going to do that with our spine. So with all movements, I really suggest that you start small, and then as you get more comfortable and your brain kind of realizes what's happening, then you can make the movement bigger and bigger. So with the twist, we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale, and we're going to start just looking over our right shoulder, and then inhale and look to the left, and then inhale, and this time shoulders, and just slightly turn your shoulders. Now you're going to look a little farther behind you, and now inhale, and then same. Look over your left, and now you can bring that left shoulder looking a little behind you. And then we'll just keep growing it. So now I'm sitting in a chair that has arms on it. I don't know about you at home, but you can use this chair to kind of pull and anchor. Now I'm looking all the way behind me. So inhale to the center, exhale to the side. All right, and now we're going to add the healing sound. Ho. All right, and so as you're twisting that spine and wringing out, just feel any tension or stress leaving your body. So deep inhale to the center, and ho. And inhale through the nose. Ho. And one more to each side. And coming back. So I can always tell when my chi is starting to flow because I start to get warm, and that's a sign the circulation is happening. I'm having an all body kind of just pleasant warming. My hands are still slightly cold, but we'll do another check-in after a few more warm-ups and see how you're doing. So for the last one of the healing sounds, we're going to take our hands face up and then dip down into the earth, circle around and up, and then pull down. And this is a very cleansing move, touching into the earth, touching into the heavenly sky, and then pulling down that energy, washing us clean. So the next time we'll do this sound, it's starting at the top and then sing-song down. He. He. Washing away any stress. He. And we're just going to keep up with this. He. And now in turn slightly to your right, and he. Wash down that side, turn to the left. He. And back to the middle, down the front. He. Down your spine, down the back. And then down through the whole body. Let's just do a few more whispered sounds. And one more time. And then one totally silent. Wonderful. Let's do a check-in and just see how we're doing. This will just be short, but just feet on the floor, spine upright, soften your eyes, and just do a body scan, top to bottom, just noticing in that 15 minutes, what's changed, what stayed the same, what would like more attention. Tune into your forehead, your jaw, your neck and shoulders, coming down your arms, elbows, wrists, hands. Taking a long, slow, deep inhale, feeling how does that feel? Full exhale. Front of the chest, back of the chest, coming down your spine, low back, to your sacrum and abdomen. Another long, full breath. See if you can relax your abdomen. Feeling the weight of your body on the chair, tuning into your legs, knees, ankles, really feeling your feet on the floor, tuning into your emotions, just noticing, has it shifted, changed slightly, tuning into your thoughts. And putting that all together in a snapshot, and we will check back again. So coming back into the room, scrunching your hands up, scrunching your feet up, moving your legs a little bit. So let's do some physical warm-ups with the breathing and the sounds. That's kind of clearing the stress, clearing our emotions, really helping us come present into the moment. So I became aware of some tension in my shoulders and my neck. So we're gonna do some warm-ups. I've been sitting a lot this afternoon, so my inner navigator is saying, please stand up. So you check with your inner navigator, how's your back, how's your knees, how's your energy, how's your balance? Do you wanna sit, do you wanna stand? Personal choice. So we are going to start with some movements of our wrists. And so just taking your wrists and doing some twirls. And then we're going to go in the other direction. And then we're going to shake our wrists. Shake them to the front, shake them to the side. Shake them overhead. Wonderful. And coming down. Let's do our shoulders. And this can be the whole arms. So emphasize, bring your shoulders forward, come up to the ear, go back with your elbows and down. So it's really 4 distinct movements. Forward, up, back, and down. And then once we have those full range of motion, we can make it more into a circle. So forward, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Make it as big as you can do. And then let's add the elbows in. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Feels wonderful. And let's go. I usually just go back because so many of us spend so much time forward, typing, driving, eating, but today I want to go forward. So inhale up and exhale down. And if you're in a chair, be creative to move your elbows around your chair. Inhale up and exhale down. And when I'm going up, I'm bringing my arms up, but I'm also bringing my shoulders up and then down, really mobilizing. And one more time. Great. Now just move your arms in any way that they want to move. Great circulation. Have your own private dance party. Oh, just really spreading that chi, the blood, the lymph all throughout. That is fun. So wake up those hands. So now we're gonna do our spine. So if you are standing for a moment, bring your feet close together and you'll see you're a little tippier when your feet are really close together. So now I'm gonna invite you to have a really wide stance. You can see that my feet are wider than my hips. So I'm gonna have my hands on my hips. If you're in a chair, just put them where they're comfortable. And then we're going to lean forward. So I'm gonna lean forward. My chin is gonna stay up, so I'm looking up. And then when I get about here, kind of sticking my bum out. If you're in a chair, you're just keeping your weight on the chair. When I get here, I'm gonna drop my chin, and then I'm gonna arch my back, and then I'm gonna slowly come up. So it's exhaling down, chin stays up, and then inhaling up. And so one thing you will notice, this is not what I'm doing, coming all the way down here. I can, but we're not trying to stretch our hamstrings. We're trying to really massage those muscles along the spine. So actually a smaller movement is more effective for that. So exhaling down, rounding the back, and inhaling up. And then when I'm here, I open. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. And just feel your spine kind of moving in ways that you might not normally do. And so do this if you're concerned about your low back. I'd say I would make a very small movement, can kind of float the spine. If you have a little more mobility, you can make it a bigger movement. And wonderful for the vertebrae, for the discs, for the muscles. All right, now we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to tuck the chin, curl into a ball, come forward, and now look up and stand up. So tuck the chin, roll down, come forward, head comes up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhaling down, inhaling up, and one more. I'm officially hot. Is anybody else getting warmer? Yeah, feeling the layers coming off. That's a good thing. If you're ever cold, a lot of times it means the circulation isn't circulating. So kind of like opening all the doors in the house and letting the heat flow through. And so let's do one other one for our neck. I'm just still feeling a little bit of neck tension. And so you're gonna mirror me, so tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. So I'm standing up straight, but I'm just tilting my left ear to my left shoulder, and then chin to the chest, and then over to the other side. And we're just gonna go back and forth like this. And go at a rate, don't do this too fast. Necks are delicate. We want to be gentle and just stretching those muscles out. And next time you're over on this side, stay on this side and keeping my ear to my shoulder. Now I'm gonna look down at the floor and I'm feeling the stretch in a different place. And then from there, tuck the chin, ear over to the other side, and look down at the floor, get that stretch, and then come up. Let's do a little bit of chi massage. We'll do some pressure points. So you can take your hands, lace them together with your thumbs, and then place it on the back of your head. So right at the edge of the, right below your skull, the occipital ridge there, there's a big muscle that attaches, and just massage that with your thumbs. It's sore on almost everybody I know. So do this in a way. If you want to sit for this, this is a good one to sit because we're just doing some massage for this. It should feel good. And so just if you find a tender spot, just kind of investigate it. If you have headaches, this is really a big muscle that would benefit some blood flow. And then come down. Now we're gonna do our shoulders. So you're gonna mirror me, take your left hand, put it on your shoulder, and then just start massaging away. You can pinch with your thumb and index if you want. You can just use your fingers like a claw and just start close to the neck and then work your way down that muscle. This is your trapezius muscle, and it's a huge muscle. And again, it's tight. I noticed that in my acupuncture office. There's a acupuncture point right at the top here, gallbladder 21, and it is sore on almost everybody. And then you'll see I'm getting into the top of my shoulder blade. Just cover the area that feels good to you, and then cover the top of where your arm meets your shoulder. That is an area that doesn't get a lot of attention, but we've got all these muscles that come up and attach there, and then your rotator cuffs, there's 4 muscles that make up your rotator cuff. They come across the shoulder blade, and then they attach here. And so if you have shoulder issues, just doing little self-massage like this can be wonderful. Okay, so feel the difference between the two sides. This arm to me feels like it's much bigger than this other arm on the right side. So let's do that one. So take your other hand, come up, get the top of that shoulder. The other thing that I like to do is just find a tender spot and then move my shoulder a little bit. Yes. Starting near the neck and then working your way over, and then making sure you get those muscles on the arm. It's your triceps in the back, and then your deltoid in the middle, and then the bicep in the front. Great. And then shake those arms out. So let's just do a little smoothing of the chi. So we're gonna come up, hands come together, and then are gonna come smooth down what we just did, and then come down the back. So it's inhaling up, exhaling down. time. Great. So let's continue with our chi massage. Find your sternum. That's your big chest bone there, and then go. You're gonna come over onto this side, onto your right side, and just starting right there on the sternum, and then start sliding your hand across that way. That's the way this muscle goes, the pectoralis. So I'm doing some pretty firm pressure, and it will be like fine, ooh, ow, tender spot. So if you find a tender spot, then kind of hang out there a minute, and especially near the sternum where it attaches can be tender, and then over here closer to the arm. And again, we can do that if you find a tender spot, kind of moving your arm around a little bit. So there's lots of acupuncture points, acupressure points on here. Move your arm around a little bit. And again, just feeling the difference between the two sides. So let's go over to the other side, starting at the chest bone. You just heard myself say bone and hear my Wisconsin accent, even though I haven't lived there so long. That is funny. Oh, this feels wonderful. And moving that arm around a little bit. Most of us, it's so good to have tools like this because, getting a massage is such a splurge. We might do it once a month if we're lucky, or once a year. And so being able to do it yourself, it's not the same, but you get to do it every day. So that's good. So now that we've kind of opened this area up and opened this area up, we're gonna do some tapping and invite the chi to flow down our arms. So tapping on your sternum. Deep inhale and hold it, and then and do that 2 more times. Deep inhale, and 1 more time. All right, right hand is going to come out, and we're going to tap. So your palm is facing forward, and we're going to tap down on that palm side, elbow, forearm. When you get to the wrist, your palm is going to go behind you, and now you're going to tap up from the wrist to the elbow, up to the shoulder, and then get the top of the shoulder. Turn it over again, and take a different pathway than you did before. Tapping down from the shoulder to the elbow, to the forearm, turn it over, and take a different pathway. And 1 more time, palm forward or up, tapping down, and up. And top of the shoulder. That's great. Again, feel the difference between your arms. This one that we just did is all tingly and flowy and alive, and this one says, do me. So tapping on the shoulder, and then here we go. Palm forward or up from the shoulder to the elbow to the wrist. Turn it over, wrist, elbow, shoulder. And we'll do it 2 more times. And just trying to really, by the time you're done with doing this, really feeling like you've covered the surface area. And 1 last time. And shoulder. There we go. And so from here, we are going to move. Sometimes we do our legs and our back, and today my intuition is telling me just really open up the hands. So I'm feeling warm. My hands are finally warm. My feeling my chi being perked up. We're doing a little time check. Great, we're right on time. We're gonna move into our flowing movements. These can be done seated or standing. So do another check-in with yourself. How are you doing? Are you feeling tired? Do you want to have a seat? Do you feel a little more perky after doing that? Do you want to stand up? It's really up to you. I'm going to stand. I'm going to continue standing for this part. So we're going to open our flow. So again, if you're seated, be a little forward on the chair so you have a little space with your arms. If you're standing, feet a little bit wider than your hips. Hands are going to face your thighs. And with these movements, for a moment, I'm gonna show you how we don't normally do it. Just pretend your arms and your hands are very stiff and just raise them up and down, almost like robots, like my knees are locked out and I'm just going back and forth. And just feel how that feels. That's not necessarily wrong, but it feels kind of mechanical and robotic. Now, we're going to do the opposite. Relax. And just even look at the difference between my hands with them tense and then relax. And now just float them up and float them down. And for the flowing movements, traditionally we inhale through the nose and we exhale through the nose. Eyes are soft, breath is soft. And we're moving very slowly. Calms our nervous system down. When we slow our body down, our mind can slow down. Okay, so this is called opening the flow. And we're going to transition to opening the flow to the 6 directions. So hands float up and then come back, and we exhale forward, and then back to the center, and then out to each side, and back to the center, and down. So we're opening the space in front and behind. We're opening the space to either side of us. And we're opening the space above and below. And so just imagine we've cleared out stress. We're in the present moment. And we're just expanding our space. It's like our own personal bubble. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Hands on a cloud and down. And one more time. And now just stand or sit for a moment. You can soften your eyes and close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Soften your jaw. Just tune your attention inward. Pay attention to your breath and just kind of savor this feeling right here, right now. Beautiful, thank you. It's so wonderful to be together. I'm taking, with 20 of my neighbors at Enso and with 200 other people around the world, I'm taking a 5-month online class. I don't know if anybody else here is in the group. It's Awakening Joy by James Baraz. And if you don't like the word joy, he suggests substituting whatever word feels right for you, whether it's well-being or contentment. And then our homework assignment is 6 times a day for 15 seconds at a time to just really be present and just savor that feeling. So I just had that feeling of like, feeling relaxed, feeling awake, and just being with each other. So thank you for helping me complete my homework, at least part of it. So we're going to now, from here, we're gonna move into our 5-element flows. Today, we're gonna start with a wood element. We're coming up on springtime, which is when things start to arise and grow and lots of different birds are coming back and the energy is coming up from the earth and out. So this is tree sways in the wind. This can be done seated or standing. If you are standing, even have a slightly wider stance and your toes are just ever so slightly pointed out. If you are in a chair, seated forward so you have room to move your arms. So this traces the liver meridian, which we only have one liver housed here in our lower rib cage, but we have 2 liver meridians. It starts on our big toe, comes up the legs, goes through the hips, and then up to the rib cage, and then another branch comes up through our throat, through our eyes, through our brain, and then out the top of our head. So we are tracing that meridian. So you're gonna mirror me. You're gonna have both your hands very loose, no tightness in the hands, loose, facing each other. Turn from your hips and your waist. Establish contact with your eyes. See if you can find your big toe. And then from there, draw the energy up your body, up the side, up through your eyes, through your brain, out the top of your head. So I'm still oriented this way. Now when my hands are in this ballerina position, now I'm gonna turn back to the middle and then exhale back down to the earth. Turn from the hips and the waist to the other side. Inhaling up the side, out the top. These are your branches up here, turning back to the middle. Exhaling out. So we inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Tree sways in the wind. As we inhale up, feel your roots go down. Feeling strongly rooted. And then our arms are our branches, very relaxed, flexible. And one more to each side. And after some movement, which is yang activity, sometimes I like to do a little yin meditation so we get that balance. And so this is just going to be like a 20-second meditation. If you are standing, have your knees slightly bent and then your tailbone is just kind of floating, like arch your back for a minute, feel that tension, and then tuck your tailbone and feel that tension, and then just find that place in between. If you're seated, feel your spine going up. Hands, this is called embracing a tree. So imagine your favorite tree that you want to hug and embrace. Fingers coming together, thumbs are lightly up. And now just soften your eyes and really embrace energetically the qualities of a tree, deeply rooted, reaching towards the heavens, generously offering their shade. And I'll be quiet. And bringing your hands down. We're going to move to our earth element. This is represented in Chinese medicine by your belly. It's good to have a healthy earth where you digest your food, take in the nutrition, and then excrete out that which no longer serves. So Qigong, I think, helps us do that energetically. So hands are going to be here, facing down towards the earth. You're going to exhale forward. Hands are coming out, pushing away, letting go, and then inhaling, gathering that which is nutritious, and letting go of that which no longer serves. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And you'll notice as I come forward, my spine stays straight and my head is looking down towards the earth as well. So not trying to minimize any tension. Coming back to my center, going out of balance, coming back into balance. If we know where our center is, it travels with us wherever we go. And I'll be quiet now and let you just feel into this flow. Three more times. Let's slow it down. And one more time. And hand over your belly, and just make a small circle. And so we're going to go in the physical direction. When we eat something, digestion actually starts to happen in the mouth. We chew something, enzymes start to be secreted, comes down to our stomach, goes to our small intestine where the nutrition is absorbed, and then our large intestine goes from our belly button to our right, up, over, and then that's your descending colon. So that's the direction we want to go. So you're going to go to your right hip, up, over, and down, and then make a big circle. And this is really good for digestion, doing this after you eat, and then starting with a big circle, and then starting to make it a little smaller where I'm just really centered over my belly button. Can really feel some warmth coming. And then just hand over hand right over the navel. And let's just really tune in. Keep your attention inward. Feel that chi activation. And coming down. Having trouble reading the clock backwards on my screen. Okay, we're doing, I see the reflection there and I'm like, is it 25 after or 25 till? Okay, we're doing good. So from here, let us go to do our lungs. This is our metal element. And so hands are going to be down here at the side and inhaling up and then exhaling down. And notice my hands and my wrists very relaxed. And this is eagle soaring. And so just feel yourself rising above, getting that long view. If you are standing, when your hands come down, you can slightly bend your knees. And as your wings come up, you can straighten your knees. Just very slightly, very subtle movement. And I'll be quiet now as you just kind of tune into the energetics of this, feeling your inner strength, having that big perspective. Jaws relaxed. And if there's anything in the moment in your personal life that is troubling you, just invite you to hold it and just imagine yourself rising above it and looking at it from a different perspective. A few more times. And let's slow it down. One more time. Wonderful. So let's end seated. If you want to do this standing, you can. We're going to do just a little heart meditation. But before we do that, I want to do one last check-in and just invite you, take a sturdy foundational posture and do a body scan, starting at the top, working your way down. Quickly, just noticing what's changed in our time together. Feel your hands, feel your feet. Tuning into your emotions. Tuning into your thoughts. And taking a long, slow, deep breath, seeing how that feels. And putting that all together into a snapshot and just noticing what's changed over our time together. And from this solid, deeply rooted, centered posture, if it feels good to you, take hand over the area of your heart and invite you when you breathe to really tune into this area. It's like you're breathing from this area. Long, slow, deep inhale. Feel your chest expand. Relaxing into the exhale, feeling your chest sink. And now think of something that happened recently that you were grateful for. Could be something simple, a steaming hot cup of coffee or beautiful sunrise, conversation with somebody. And just breathe in that feeling of simple gratitude. And as you exhale, let it really permeate your body. And from this centered, rooted place of feeling gratitude, feeling warm in our bodies, just let it expand beyond your body, just like a candle exudes a circle of light and warmth. And I'll be quiet now, and we'll just linger in this space for a short while. And now keeping your attention inward, tuning into the other people that are here on the Zoom with us, here in the room with us, just kind of tuning into that frequency, other bright, warm lights, tuning into the group field that we have created. And then for the last minute of class, let's take this warm light and send it out to the world, whether it's someone specific in need of love and light, or just the world in general, or parts of the world. Just effortlessly broadcasting that frequency out. And bringing your attention back to this room. You can bring your hands down if you like, letting your eyes slowly open, letting the colors come to you. And we'll end our time together as we always do, dedicating the merit of our practice. If you want to join me, the words are, may the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Thank you, everybody. I've got shivers down my arm. So beautiful to be together and practice together. Everybody looks sparkly and shiny. So thank you for showing up. I think our work together really makes a difference. Thank you all. Bye for now. Take good care.